After that, after the presentation of our colleagues in Austria and the contribution from Poland, we go on with the Italian experience. I have the pleasure to introduce you a colleague of mine. It is a colleague from an entity here in the region who is dealing with the integration of migrants and refugees. It is a body called Una Casa per l'Uomo, and in English it is a house for people. Okay.
Do you see the presentation?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. Good morning, I'm Stefano Buzzati from Una Casa per l'Uomo. This morning I want to explain you how we work now with refugee in Italy. Our goals, the first goals is facilitate to regaining autonomy of the people, because the people arrived here they have nothing. They don't have money. They don't have a job. They don't have a house, and they need to regain autonomy to live here in Italy. And the other goals is to facilitate integration into the community. Because it's very important to have a net, to know people, Italian people, people from other countries that can help you in the process of autonomization, to regain autonomy. How we do this? The first step is learning Italian language. It's very important in Italy. Italian language is very important. we don't know other language. If you have to work in
some cases it is even better if you talk dialect, but it's just
yes. If you want to work, to have a job, you need to speak Italian. Italian language is very, very important. After the Italian language, we help them to have a professional training, because after we see, to help in job placement. And the last but very important is finding an accommodation, a house, because if they have a job and they have no an house, they can't work, they can't live here. The people, young people from 18 to 30 years old, from Africa. Yes, many of them are from Africa, West Africa, Mali, Senegal, Niger, Nigeria, someone from East Africa, not many, and other people from Afghanistan and Pakistan. They have good motivation. They want to live here. They need to live here, because they left a place where live is very difficult, and here they want to live. But they have highest expectation. They want to start with a good job. Without Italian language, they think that they have to have to gain money, and they have very high expectation. They are low schooling. Someone have a small experience of schooling, someone nothing. and also they are young and they have little work experience. Not many of them worked before came here, because they left 15, 16 years. They arrive here 18 or 17, 16. Okay, learning Italian language. Uh, Italian language is necessary to start an integration path. The first step is a placement in language courses. Here we have two kind of courses: the CPEA, that are Center for Adult Education, and courses in inside the projects. We have various projects for migrants, um, for people that arrive here that have asylum or other kind of protection. Inside the project, we have Italian courses to, to for the people. But there is limits. Limits. Many of them have low education or are illiterate. In his history, they don't know the school. If they live in a in a place of Africa where there is no school, they don't know read, write, and it's very difficult. And another limit is that the knowledge of language is not a priority among them. They think that they can work, they can have a job without no language. It's not a problem for them to know the language, but it's not real. After the language, we start with professional training when they have a minimum level of language. For us, language, we start to for here is A2 is the best. A2 level is the best for us. B1 is very difficult to find people with B1. A2 is the best. Initial assessment of skills, work experience, and expectation about training and work by questionnaire and interviews. We use the questionnaire and the interviews to know the history of these people, to know the work experience, to know his skills and what they want, what they expect from his from the life here. After this activation of training course, here training are welding, electrician, or forklift license, because many of them find a job in a warehouse, and the course are very fast, from 40 to 100 hour, the course. And yes. And for the professional training, we work with internship in a company, because the company want to know the person, want to know the person before have a contract before. And internship is a good way, because they can work inside a company. The company can see see the skills of the person, and after maybe they can have a job inside the company. And we in various projects we have grants, and we pay grants for some months for the company is good because they have a person that work, but they don't have to pay grants. After there is the job accompaniment in the curriculum writing. Many of them don't know how to write a curriculum. They don't have a curriculum. We have to explain that curriculum is not only the work experience, but other thing, the experience in his country, his skills is they need to know how write a curriculum. Preparation for the job interview when they go to find a job, they how they have to present them in the interview, many sorry, many things. Information on the method and channels of job searching. You can use internet. You can go directly in the company. There is other company that work for give a job center for work for job centers. They have to know where they can go and how they can search a job. And we monitoring the development of job searching. We we have a meeting with the people. We ask where they go, what they do in some in what how they search, what in what factory or in what company they went, if they had an interview, if they give only the curriculum. We have a we monitoring the development. And sometimes internship can have a transformation into hiring, and they can have a job after an internship. Maybe job for some months, 6 months, 1 year, not but is something. The future needs of the project: expand and strengthen the network with an enterprise. We need to have a network to have many enterprise that collaborate with us, that need person. Now with the COVID is difficult. This question is very problematic. And to expand, expand, not expand, and strengthen the network with training institution, because it's difficult to find a training for people that don't know Italian. It's difficult to find training, small training, small for not 1 or 2 years of training, but 2 months, 3 months, and we need to have a network with the training institution and the enterprise. Ok, finito. Thank you for the thank
Grazie
you
per l'attenzione, thank you for your attention in Italian. Okay,
yes,
just
in Italian. Thank
we
you
are
for
talking about we are talking about learning foreign languages, so this is a hint to start learning Italian. Yes, thank you very much, Stefano. You have mentioned an aspect that is very important to establish, to reinforce the networking, the network that
Yes.
are active in the area at regional, national, and let's say international level. And this is still a challenge here in Italy. I'm talking about our problematics at the moment. And this is the challenge to establish a concrete network, because we are very good to talking about network, but implementing it in a real way is another thing. I
Yes.
have a question from the German partner, Jürgen Holger Foster, and here on the chat, if you can see, when a larger number of guest workers came to Germany about 50, 60 years ago, they worked immediately without having a good command of German and without having acquired any qualifications. Why is this not longer the case today? It's quite interesting, this question. I have to say that in Italy we experienced the same situation, I think 20 years ago, more or less, when a lot of people from Albania, from Romania, came to Italy to work as builders. There was a huge demand for such workers, and I have to say there were no problems at all to find a work. So it was not necessary to speak a good Italian, and they found a work in immediately. So I think that the environment, the work environment was different. So at the moment in Italy, it's hard to find a job place for an Italian individual. So for this reason, if you come from Nigeria, let's say, it's a must to better know the language, because there is not so a huge demand of workers. So I think this is okay. I see another. If some other
No,
has another opinion or would like to add some contribution about this topic, no. I see
the
another
internship.
question. How long are the internship
How long
periods usually?
usually? Uh, Around 6 months, six
Okay.
months or more, because the company here need to know to the people, to see if the people is the right person, if the person is the right for the company. And they
Okay.
internship is a way they is not a contract. When internship stop, they close they don't have to go to sorry, I
No,
don't know if
dicono in
you
italiano, traduco io.
no, è solo che è un modo per non avere un contratto subito e quindi essere più liberi dopo, alla fine del percorso,
Okay.
di poterlo chiudere senza...
Okay. Usually, okay. My colleague says that to have an internship is an easy way, an easy way to have a worker inside the company, because there are not so much formalities and bureaucratic steps. When it ends, you can close the work relationship, without any specific problems. Okay, it's easier for the company to have an internship instead of a work contract, let's say.
They can test
But
the person. They can test the person and see if it's
yes,
good or not for the company.
okay. But we would like to be positive, so we have a video. We have realized a video about a good experience that we had here in Italy. So if my colleague Matteo is able to launch the video.
Can I say something?
Okay.
To Mr. Holger Foster about his question, and it is very interesting, and we need to, I don't know, understand what has changed so much that it is not possible to work immediately after arrival to the foreign country. And I think that few years ago, people came, made money and went back to their country. And at the moment, most people do not have this possibility. We cannot go back. And perhaps the explanation is that people want to achieve more than just being ordinary workers. I don't know, with no knowledge of the language and no opportunities for development, or they want to be promoted and gain further degrees of education, or I don't know, they want to open their own companies. And maybe that is the answer why it's different this time in this reality.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to see how every country has a different point of view. I think it's the big thing and the big opportunity to work with at the European level with different partners. Thank you very much. And we go on with this video just to change. Okay.
Allora, io mi chiamo Diana Fraccaro e lavoro per la cooperativa Una Casa per l'Uomo. Si tratta di una cooperativa sociale nata nel 1992 che ha come scopo principale il conseguimento dell'interesse della comunità, e questo attraverso la promozione umana, attraverso la promozione delle pari opportunità e attraverso l'integrazione dei cittadini presenti nel territorio. Allora, i cittadini stranieri con cui noi lavoriamo provengono prevalentemente da paesi terzi, quindi al di fuori dell'Unione Europea. E nell'ambito del progetto Intact abbiamo implementato il nostro sistema di accompagnamento all'inserimento lavorativo. Possiamo dire che questo processo si struttura in 4 fasi. Una prima fase di conoscenza, un secondo momento di informazione e orientamento, un terzo passaggio relativo all'accompagnamento e poi una fase finale di monitoraggio e tutoraggio. La conoscenza della lingua è fondamentale in tutti gli ambiti della vita. Poi lavoriamo con persone adulte che hanno bagagli ed esperienze diverse, hanno anche dei livelli di alfabetizzazione diversi, e quindi poi rimane in capo al singolo capire quanto può essere importante e fondamentale conoscere la lingua. Allora, ho in mente un'esperienza abbastanza recente che riguarda 2 cittadini stranieri, un ragazzo del Mali e un ragazzo proveniente dalla Nigeria. Questi 2 ragazzi hanno avuto la possibilità di svolgere un'esperienza tramite un tirocinio in un'azienda abbastanza grande e rinomata del territorio. L'esperienza è stata positiva per i ragazzi, ma lo è stata forse anche di più per l'azienda, che soddisfatta dal percorso e da quanto fa per i ragazzi ha deciso di stipulare per entrambi un contratto a tempo indeterminato, e si è fatta poi da garante rispetto anche alla ricerca di una sistemazione alloggiativa. Quindi in questo caso il successo è stato su 2 fronti, rispetto sia all'inserimento lavorativo ma anche appunto alla ricerca di una casa. In questa esperienza credo sia stato importante poter conoscere approfondire e confrontarci con modelli di accompagnamento e inserimento sociale, ma soprattutto lavorativo, di altri paesi che hanno partecipato al progetto Impact. Ad esempio il modello tedesco e il modello austriaco, che funzionano in maniera molto più snella e anche molto più efficace. Questo ci ha aiutato a fare anche un po' di autoanalisi rispetto a quelle che sono le criticità e le carenze del sistema italiano, andando a capire quelle che invece sono i punti di forza di sistemi come quelli appunto citati, che invece hanno un grande successo poi nel territorio. Probabilmente bisognerà implementare la rete di contatti nel territorio, perché quello che noi facciamo ha successo e molta rilevanza qui, nel luogo in cui noi siamo soliti muoverci e lavorare, ma essendo un approccio che ha dato buoni risultati sia in termini di esperienze positive e poi anche di inserimenti lavorativi, sarebbe interessante poter proporre e replicare questo tipo di sistema, quindi andando ad ampliare la rete nel territorio che si compone di realtà del privato sociale, ma anche poi di realtà profit che potrebbero essere interessate ad esperienze di questo tipo.
Io mi chiamo Mohamed Conde, vengo della Guinea, ho 20 anni, sono in Italia da circa 5 anni. Prima sono arrivato a Lampedusa, dopo Lampedusa mi hanno trasferito a Oderzo e sono rimasto là 1 anno, 6 mesi. Dopo che ho fatto commissione, ho avuto documento umanitario 2 anni e dopo mi hanno trasferito qua a Posani. Andavo a scuola e ho fatto corso di saldatura e dopo ho fatto stage per 2 mesi ancora, perché è un lavoro che mi piace molto, è il mio sogno da quando ero piccolo. Mi trovo bene, sì. Loro scherzano sempre con me, mi dicono sempre bionda e io le dico che nero. Sì, lo dico sempre, vuole diventare nero? Sì, voleva diventare nero, io vi aiutavi a diventare nero. Mi hanno aiutato per integrare, andare a scuola, cercare lavoro, mi hanno aiutato anche a fare corso di saldatura.
L'italiano pare che lo parli bene?
Sì, l'italiano, perché quando sono arrivato andavo sempre a scuola, sempre. Sì. Sì, perché per comunicare con la gente devi imparare la lingua. E anche io ho fatto corso di cucina a Vittorio Veneto. Sì, la lasagna, il risotto. Ok, va bene.
So it was we tried to make it a little bit funny. It was a great experience. So Mohamed arrived here in Italy at least 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago. He was very young, but now it was, he's really happy because he feels that he has the possibility to build his future here in Italy. So we think it's the best way for us to have new energies to go on this way.